Sometimes I think that we take some things in life for granted. For example, I often realize that not everyone gets to choose. For millions, life is already decided before they even take their first breath. Born into war, never knowing peace. Born into hunger, never knowing anything else. Born into a struggle where survival is the only goal. And then there's you. You have choices. You decide when to wake up, what to wear, what to eat. You even choose what to do with your time, whether to create something or waste it. That is how privileged you are. Do you see the difference? This is privilege. Not the kind that money buys, but the privilege of choice. You are free, but with freedom comes responsibility. That's what I think, at least. Right now, somewhere in the world, someone your age doesn't get to dream. They don't get to think about their future because they're too busy fighting to survive today. But you have the power they never had. That is eye-opening. Well, at least it is for me. Yet, so many of us live like we're trapped. Like we have no say in how our story unfolds. Such an unnecessary, frightening way to see life. Choice is power. I know it may not even seem like it to you or me, but the truth is every moment you decide who you are, who you'll become. Will you stay the same or rise above? Will you complain or take control? Will you watch your life happen or make it happen? Not choosing is also a choice, although a low-key one. There are people who had nothing, no opportunity, no privilege, no reason to believe things could get better, and yet they fought. They didn't wait for permission. They didn't make excuses. They took what little choice they had and made it count. Think about it. Right now, you could decide to start learning something new. You could choose to get healthier. You could walk away from the things holding you back. But most people won't. Because choice is terrifying. It means taking responsibility. It means no more excuses. It means understanding that where you are right now is a result of the choices you made before. And where you'll be tomorrow? That's entirely up to you. That's what I meant by the fact that with freedom comes responsibility. I'm going to tell you something now that you may not like. The hardest truth? No one is coming to save you. Sounds kind of dark, but that's the reality. No one is going to live your life for you. If you don't make a choice, someone else will make it for you, whether you may know it or not. You don't have to take big choices all of a sudden, but even the little ones are always yours to take. Take, for example, how much time you listen to the news, the media, or other people's opinions on subjects that really don't interest you. For example, you clicked on this video obviously because you are interested in the subject discussed in it. But in any given day, how much time do we waste on listening to the news just as a background noise by default? Or when someone is complaining, we get sucked into their life and can't stop thinking about it. Well, here you also have a choice. Turn off the radio, the TV, anything you do not want to actively choose to listen to or see. Speak firmly but kindly to anyone that is always complaining to you about small things. You do not have to be rude whatsoever, just set your boundaries and stand firm on your choices. Trust me, you will start feeling a lot better. Now let's go deeper. Some people never get to choose their career. They do what their parents did. They work because they must, not because they want to. They don't have the luxury of passion. For them, work is survival. But you get to choose. You can chase dreams, build a business, follow a calling. Some people don't get to choose what they eat. Their meals depend on what's available, not what they crave. They don't ask, what do I feel like eating today? They ask, do we have any food today? And yet, here we are. Debating over diets, over what's tasty enough or healthy enough. And what about our fashion trends? Oh my, well, let's just say that some people are really just focused on sending their children to school and having the clothes for it. That's it. The bare necessities. No latest trend jeans, sneakers, or phones. No designer shoes or expensive luxury items, in fact. Not even a car or a bike. Well, in our world, we can easily choose between all of these things at a snap of a finger. We forget what a gift it is to have a choice. Some people don't get to choose safety. They grow up in war zones and violent neighborhoods and places where stepping outside is a risk. They don't decide where to live. Survival decides for them. And yet, we take our comfort for granted. We have choice after choice, yet we act as if we have none. We waste time. We complain. We postpone. We live like we're stuck when in reality, we're free. Now let me introduce you to 3 people who prove that choice. Changes everything. First, there is James, the homeless entrepreneur. James spent 5 years sleeping on park benches, surviving on spare change. Every day he faced a choice: stay down or fight back. One day, he made a decision. He found a library, spent hours reading about business, and taught himself skills online. He took free courses, networked, and eventually started a small business. Now, he's a millionaire, helping others get off the streets. Was it easy? Can anybody come up to him now and say, "You were born into privilege"? Of course not. The battles were only for him to fight. What about you? What skills could you learn? What would happen if you stopped making excuses? Then there is Maria, the single mother who rebuilt her life. Maria was abandoned with 2 children, struggling to pay rent. She could have given up, but she chose to fight. She worked 2 jobs, studied at night, and eventually became a lawyer. Now, she helps other single parents escape poverty. If she can do it with 2 small children to look after, who can say it can't be done? You? Me? What struggle are you in right now? Could your choices today create a better future for you tomorrow? Think about that for a bit. And what about Kevin? The addict who chose recovery. You see, Kevin lost everything: his job, his family, his dignity. Addiction ruled his life. But one day he made a choice. He checked into rehab, started therapy, and built new habits. It wasn't easy, but he never gave up. Today, he mentors others, proving that change is always possible. What toxic habits are holding you back? What could you choose today that would lead to a better version of you? Sometimes we really do learn from examples like these, much more than from any other book or quote. So here I am asking you, what's stopping you from making the choice that could change your life? Are you waiting for permission? For the right time? For someone else to tell you what to do? You don't need permission. You don't even need a perfect plan. You just need to choose. But to do that, first you have to be aware of this power that you have. I hope that I succeeded in showing you just how much power you have through this video. Never forget that at the end of the day. Your life is your choice. Be grateful, take action, and make it count.